Hi guys, it's Pam Saxman. Today we're going to talk about aligning team goals and casting a vision. Do you know how to be a leader? Join me to learn more. Ooh, this one is a tough one for some. So we're taught how to be really great agents, right? But we're not often taught how to be really great leaders. So in this series, we've hired some agents, right? And maybe we've hired a couple of transaction coordinators as well. So now suddenly we're staring at a team. We have a bunch of people that are now depending on our success for their success as well. So how do you lead people during this? So, one thing that I think we do particularly well is we sit with our agents every year to talk about their goals. So, probably around October, November of this year, we'll sit down and chat so we can plan for next year. So, we really look at, their successes, what their production had been like the previous year, and use that as indicators of how they should perform this year. We also talk about, skill or will. Could they have done more activity to generate, better sales? Is there a skill deficiency that if we spend some time developing, that maybe that will translate into more sales as well? Or perhaps they're just killing it. And we have to talk about hiring in some leverage, right? Maybe they're doing everything really well. They just lack time. So then maybe we have to help some of our team members hire their first piece of leverage too. That's something to think about as well. But we use all of this information to really pipe into what our team goals are. So, the end of last year, I sat down with everyone and it figured out if everybody hit their goal, what that would look like from a company standpoint. So, it all funneled into this number of 350 transactions for this year. I'm super proud to report that we are marching towards that. But everybody felt like they had a piece of that company goal. So now they have some ownership in that, right? I've got to hold up my end of the bargain so that the company performs as well, because that's what's in it for all of us, right? If we're all prospering, then that means more business for everybody. So it's truly that team environment. But I will say every week we have a team meeting. So we bring everybody together. Part of that is from a culture piece. We want to be piped in, connected with each other. We have a great time here. We do a lot of laughing. And so Tuesdays, we don't do any trainings on Tuesdays for our EXP partners because we really try to dedicate that day to the team. So we enjoy, we laugh, we break bread, we do a lot of that together. But our team meetings every week are built on a similar platform because we want some repetition. And what that looks like is we report our sales every single week. So our team knows how many deals we need to do per week in order to march towards our goals because we've broken it down into bite-sized incremental goals too. So they know, right? They know immediately, did we have a kick-ass week or did we have a week that was a little low? And so what I find is if we have, in fact, it happened yesterday, we had a good week, but it was not as good as what we had previously had. And so I walk in the door, I was a little bit late to our team meeting and people were like, wow, we got to get going. And it was amazing to me, the ownership there, that everybody's bought in, that we had 1 week that was not a rock star week. And everybody felt that and felt this sense of urgency to build. So I think if you tell people what your goals are, why you're trying to achieve those goals and what it means to them, and then help them monitor as you go along, you'll be surprised at how blended everybody is and that they want to help you meet that goal too. But as a leader, sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes you have to be everything. You have to be inspirational. When you have those wins, you have to applaud it. You have to celebrate it. Every small win means something. And if you miss it, and if you don't celebrate it with people, there can be a little bit of deflation. So keep that in mind. Celebrate all those wins. And then also be a strong enough leader that when you notice that things are not going the way they need to go, you catch it early. And you're not afraid to have that talk, right? There have been times when I've had to pull people in my office and say, "Hey, man, what's going on? I've noticed that you're not tapped in, or there's something going on just kind of with your energy." And it usually opens up, a great conversation and things that we both can learn on how we can make the situation better. Nobody's perfect, but if we don't talk about it and love people enough to tell them when we notice some mistakes, where they're not meeting their end of the battle, their end of the partnership, then you're not serving them as well as you should be as a leader. And believe me, there are times where we're not servicing them well enough. They'll let me know that that's a true partnership, right? That is the definition of a team. So inspire, hold them accountable, tell them what your goals are, and ask them to join you on that journey. That's the best advice I could give you. Thanks for joining me on this one, and we'll have another quick video for you shortly. Thanks.